this is going to be a practice video for the key of F major on the violin. So this is a really beautiful key on the violin. It's actually not that hard because it just uses one accidental, but it does use a flat. And the first few keys we learn on the violin use sharps, like D major, G major, use sharps to make the major scale. So this is still a major scale. It's going to sound like do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. But if we start on F as do, we're going to need to use B flat along with 6 other natural notes. So we're going to have F, G, A, B flat, C, D, and then F again at the top. So let's play it nice and slow in half notes and sing it as we go, or at least say the notes. It's really good to say it as you go. That's just going to help you learn it more quickly. Here we go. So here's the note F on the D string to start, low 2. And here we go. We're going to play it in half notes and say it. F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E, and F. Back down. E, and D, and C, and B flat, A, G, F. Okay? And that's going to be it. So I would recommend practicing that 5 times a day if you're really motivated to play a piece of music in F major. And I would also recommend practicing the arpeggio. I'll show you how that goes. The notes in the arpeggio are going to be F, A, and C. For major arpeggios, we're always just going to use the first, the third, and the 5th note of the scale. That's always going to be how it is. So it's always do, mi, so. If do is F, then we skip re, which is G, and we go to A, which is mi. So F, A. And then we skip fa, which in this case would be B flat, and we go to C. You'll notice, which is really nice on the violin, since our strings are tuned in fifths, you'll notice that we can use the same finger for the first note and the 5th note, because our strings are 5 notes away, so when we're trying to go 5 notes away, for the 5th note of the scale, we can always use the same finger. So that's always going to happen for the arpeggios. You're going to have 2 notes that are the same finger. So in this case, we're going to use our low 2nd finger for F, and we're also going to use it for C. So you can practice hopping it back and forth. F, C, F, C. And once you can hop that back and forth, you see my elbow's moving, and my finger is lifting up and moving over. So that's important from a technical standpoint, that your finger needs to pick up and hop over to the next string, and your elbow takes it there so that your wrist doesn't have to do anything weird. All right, so you've got F and C and then A in the middle. A is open A, so that's nice and easy. So your arpeggio will sound like this. Let's do that nice and slow and say it. F and A and C. Beautiful. Then we're going to add another F at the top, and that's just to kind of make it sound finished. Technically, that's the start of the next octave, but it's nice to put it at the top. So we'll go F, A, C, F. Here we go. F, A, C. Now low 1, F. Okay, it's important you have a low 1 because if you did a 1 on where it would normally be a whole step away from the open string, that's actually F sharp. So E and F are important notes in the fact that they touch each other, okay? So they're a half step away. E and F are a half step apart, and so are B and C. And that's really important to know as you start learning more keys. Those notes are always going to touch, and the other notes are far apart, or a whole step. So we have a half step and a whole step. So touching notes are half steps, and far apart notes are whole steps. And it's important to know where the natural half steps are. So there's 2 natural half steps. One's between E and F, those 2 notes touch, and one is between B and C, like I said. So that's good to know. The natural half steps are between B and C and E and F. And the way I like to remember that is that if I think about my A and D strings that we play on a lot of the time, if I play finger pattern 1, here we have B, C, and we have B, F. That makes it really easy to remember. Those are the 2 natural half steps. So when we get to the E string, we want E and F on the E string, so we have open E and we have F, and it's low because E and F touch each other. they're a half step apart. They're a natural half step. So we have natural E and we have natural F, so they touch. Okay, here we go. Let's go all the way through the scale and the arpeggio, and we're going to take it in half notes, and then I'll put the metronome on and take it a little faster. So here we go. Last time, super slow. I would recommend pausing the video and practicing this 5 times, but just so the video isn't so long, I'm just going to do it one more time. Here we go. Let's say it and play it. Here we go. Ready, half notes, slow. F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E, F, back down, E, D, C, D flat, A, G, and F. Circle, arpeggio, here we go. F, A, C, low 1, F, C, A, F. And then to finish it, I like going 5, 1. And that's a nice way to end. Okay, so I go C, F, sit, finish. All right? Sweet. Hopefully that's starting to work okay for you. Please practice that 5 times at a slow speed before you try it faster, okay? Otherwise, you might just get frustrated and waste your own time, and I don't want that. So, you pause the video, you're able to play it slow 5 times, and then once you can play it slow 5 times, then we're going to put on the metronome and try it a little bit quicker so our fingers get used to moving quickly before we try our piece of music. All right. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Again. I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial on F major. Please let me know if you have any questions, and I would love to help you out. Have a great weekend.